you're here. Look,
what is up, our bro?
I was gonna say, is this T. Bigham or T. Bigham's with his brother? Is this T. Bigham's cousin or something?
Nah, it's just Bingham's tea. We just in a good mood day.
Okay. Bigham's tea without his jacket, dude. It's warm enough outside.
Yeah, it's warm out here, Florida.
Yeah. So it's already banging in the chat right now. We have Nefarious giving us a quick word, shouting us out. Dojo Kun, of course, Dojo Kun's in the back waiting to come on. And, you know, I was trying to shill my book over at Rob's channel just now. And sometimes scheduling doesn't work out the best, but I prefer us move something with my brain where I'm OCD. I need to be like on schedule. Plus, I'd rather promote Dojo Kun than myself. Try to be a little selfless if I could. I'm usually not. Bud's in the house. Says hi, Jedi.
Hold on. What was that? What you just did a second ago. That I'm usually not that way. You know.
Well, my humbleness.
What was that?
You don't know what humble means? It's when you don't, you know.
Pandering. Let's move on. Come on. Good Lord, Joe.
Look, man, I'm trying to shout out the chat, and you're interrupting. The great shout out for the Art Jedi, commander of the Lynx, and leader of the promos. And so we are about to start the show. We got him already putting the first link out. What a champion at Lynx he is. This is for Jeremy's indie game. Though he spelled Jeremy's last name wrong.
It happens, you know.
We won't fire you this time. We'll fire you after a few of those.
Thevenot, huh? Jeremy Thevenot. How do you say it? Oh, okay.
Kay's in the house. What's up, Kay Manifesto? Glad you showed up. And our favorite, D, is back.
Oh, good face, handsome face, Dean, back at us.
So it's going to be a killer show. We've got a special guest, the great Brian from Dojo Kun Comics, and he's going to be giving us the lowdown on probably a few different things, but I'm sure mostly on Siamese, his book. I think it's previously been released, but I don't know how that works. I think it's just now releasing again, maybe a second printing. I'm not sure. Let's just bring the man in and before we get going too far here. Brian, welcome to Art Bros.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Glad you're here. We usually start out with, you know, a little bit of well, if we don't have a guest, we're doing nonsense. But if we do have a guest, we try to like give you a chance to talk about yourself before we get into any projects or anything like that. So maybe give yourself a little bit of an intro.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Yeah, I've been a comic book collector for 47 years. I have been publishing comic books for about 6 years now. So although I'm new to CG, I'm not new to publishing comics. And when we get to seeing my website, I'll show you the stuff that I've done before. I've also worked for 2 other small press companies before starting my own. In my day job, I'm a certified fraud examiner, certified internal auditor, and an anti-money laundering specialist.
Oh, everybody run.
Maybe you should do like a little side business for CG now. Some heads ups.
Well, I did help Vinny Tartamella when the fraud was going on. There was that guy from Kazakhstan who had copied his entire campaign and put it on Kickstarter. When Kickstarter refused to take it down, claiming that it didn't violate their terms of service, I was the one who contacted the Federal Trade Commission and told them that I see a fraud being perpetrated and that Kickstarter is culpable. Kickstarter took it down within 3 hours.
All right, so if any of us have that issue, we know who to call.
Yes, sir.
Seems like any kind of that issue, yeah.
As a fraud examiner, I'm obliged to report that sort of thing. So there's that.
He's our superhero, everyone. He's our superhero.
So I mentioned to the guys before I came on, I've got 2 adult sons. Proud of both of those guys, Clark and Pearson.
Nice.
So I'm a dad. I'm a fiance. I'm a singer. I'm an actor. I was a disc jockey for a few years. So yeah, I'm not your typical accountant auditor guy because I'm also I'm into comic books. And I'm also a karate student. So, in fact,
Joe,
the karate student part is where the name of the company comes from, Dojo Kun. Those are the 5 rules of the karate dojo. So, in English, those are seek perfection of character, endeavor, be faithful, respect others, and avoid violent behavior.
So that's the breakdown of the what would you call that? What's the term in language?
The creed, the credo,
the creed. I don't know what they. Maybe I'm
the
just
tenets.
The tenets.
Yeah, there you go.
That. Commandments, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Joe does are you doing Taekwondo or just slash karate?
I had a school black belt in Taekwondo when I was in high school.
Right,
I'm in karate now, and so they call me Catapano around here. But it's
which style?
A branch of Shoryu. So Shoryu is like a lot of hands. But this style that I do is called Matsubashi. Which is like a branch. There's so many branches, so that's how it works. But yeah, give a shout out to the local Orlando, Florida Okinawan karate. So, but it's really traditional over there.
I studied South Korean Taekwondo for a few years when I was young. So martial arts, all that stuff. Yeah, you're in some right groups.
I feel like eventually I have to do a book like that as well. Before we move on, I just want to hail a few people in the chat.
Sure.
Mo has subbed. Mo knows that we're looking for 1,000 subs to get monetized. That way we can distribute the wealth out to us a little bit more, and and help everyone help you, because the more money that comes in, the more I see like this is priority to promote and help everyone, and you know what I mean. It might even pay for like StreamYard, so. That would be nice to get a little background and get a little more fancy around here. What else we got? D is saying what's up to everybody. And as always, our Jedi is talking about a new challenger for Catapano. Yes. We should have a battle at some point. Okay. Yeah, so we're all martial arts oriented. So did you say you're a black belt? Did you say that?
No, I didn't. Nope.
You didn't.
My son and I studied. I also wanted to mention that my son and I studied Tang Sudo together for a while, which is directly related to Taekwondo.
Nice, and it's a very weird thing going from Taekwondo to almost anything else, because I've done Muay Thai and now karate. So it's a lot of places don't use their legs very much, and so
right,
from the Taekwondo realm, you're kind of like.
Kicks,
for example, we did
power side kicks, turns.
We did a simple exercise that most of these karate guys couldn't do, and I'm a lower belt, and it is just doing like 16 kicks in a row, standing around in one position, pivoting, and I ended up being like one of the only people that could do it, just from 15 years ago, doing it a couple times.
Wow. Okay.
But it's just like, it must be embedded in my thighs now or something.
Muscle memory.
Yeah. Just like, it's something that you've got to get used to pivot on one leg. And what we called them was machine gun kicks. Yeah. But so let's dive into, we wanted to play your trailer.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can you get your screen set up for me, and we'll get ready to rock. Cool.
So I'm sharing my screen now. Do you see it?
I see it, and I see that there is the audio symbol. We should be good for audio.
Yep, I did hit share audio, so let's go.
All right, so let's do it.
From DOJO KUN Comics comes Siamese, the story of two Chinese-American college graduates whose deviation gene makes them extraordinary enough to become superheroines. This trade paperback combines the 4-issue Siamese miniseries previously published by DOJO KUN Comics. As our ladies discover their newfound power, we'll be introduced to other DOJO KUN Comics characters such as the Countryman, Breathtaker, Brickhouse, the Scarlet Archer, and Psionica. DOJO KUN Comics has released over a dozen comics so far. You can pledge with confidence knowing that obligations will be fulfilled. superheroes are coming back. Don't miss out on Siamese.
That's incredible. Red Gaze really did a good job, especially on that ender, that outro. It's great.
Doesn't he though? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
It had a good flow, and I think that's what Red Gaze does best. Is like, I don't think he does the flashiest trailers, but he gets the most out of every second he's got your art up. So I think that's like the key. And I think Johnny Cage has already brought up that he's like the Eric Weathers. He's the Eric Weathers of trailers. So,
yes.
Or what we were doing before, he's like the John Malin of trailers. So
Phoenix. Welcome.
Nice. Phoenix Animations in the house. So let's talk about, you went back to your other page. Can we go to your sign up page again, or whatever you want to go to first?
Okay. Well, yeah, we can go to the sign up for a minute, and
sure.
Let me see. How do I?
Yeah, why is no one talking about Tyrion? That's my question too.
That's funny.
So, as you were talking about before you brought me in, Joe, the story of Siamese, the 4-issue miniseries, has been published before. And we'll see those again when we go to my website. But these are the 4 covers that were published. And so this is a trade paperback combining all 4 of those issues. And it will have all 4 of those covers inside. It'll have the interior covers and the back covers as well. In addition to that, it'll have a behind-the-scenes concept art. It'll have a fan art section and a professional art section. So this book then will be perfect bound and over 100 pages.
Nice.
Dig it. So you released these at what year did you release these before?
I started releasing them in 2017. So it's been some time coming, and they've been out for a while now.
Okay.
My initial push when I was publishing comics is through Amazon, but Amazon got kind of clunky, so I switched over to Indie Planet, and they're currently available. If you go to my website and click on the covers, it'll take you to Indie Planet, and they're print to order. So this is my first crowdfunding campaign. All the rest have been out of pocket. So this first crowdfunding, and this will be a great jumping on point to my superhero universe, because the miniseries Siamese really kicks everything off. As Red Gaze mentioned in the trailer, it introduces some other characters like Breathtaker, Brickhouse, Scarlet Archer, etc. And when this one's done, it rolls into Deanna Hammer of the Angels, which is a 4-issue miniseries. And number 1 of Deanna Hammer of the Angels is almost complete. We're on page 19 of 22. So that one's already rocking and rolling. When the 4 issues of Deanna Hammer of the Angels is done, then we're going to go into a ongoing team book called Tridents New Alliance. So I actually have scripts written probably for about 7 or 8 years worth of comics.
Nice. So you got the backlog.
I'm definitely in this for the long haul. Yes.
Nice. Right.
So if you go to this pre-launch sign-up page and sign up early, you will get a Siamese postcard print when you later back the book. This is only available to people who sign up first and then back it.
Postcard print, do you know if that's going to be single-sided, double-sided?
It's going to be single-sided. It'll come with the books in the same package, so there'll be no extra shipping or anything for that postcard.
And will this one, because I didn't do it myself, is this going to be an exclusive thing, or is this something you can back or add on even if you didn't sign up early?
This will only be available if you sign up before the launch.
So exclusive. Okay, that's kind of what it needs to be. I'd made that mistake. I let everybody buy it even if they didn't sign up. But there's I'm trying to be equal. Help everybody out.
So wait a minute. Mo Biggs brings up a point here.
You're
one of Brian. You're one of the visionaries that kicks off AR-15 orangutan. Is that what's is that what's being said?
That's right. I was the one who commissioned the artwork for the very first appearance of AR-15 orangutan and his buddy Gunny Gorilla.
Really?
And then following that, there's been some phenomenal fan art
Yes.
from people like Chris Oak and Billy Baxco. So
I've seen those recently on Bancrofts. That's
great
awesome.
stuff is coming out following my lead.
Well, congratulations.
A trailblazer for sure.
That's right. We're going to will this thing into existence.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it myself. I was doing a fan art thing, and if I knew that was the way to go, I'd probably done it already. So yeah, let's see a little bit of. And do you have anything else on the page for Siamese?
Oh yeah, let's scroll down and see
that. We got some quick images from the trailer, but yeah.
Yeah. So down here we talk about the series, collecting the 4 issues. It talks about the characters that were mentioned in the trailer, and it'll also be the first appearance of a lot of the elite group of supervillains, and we can talk about one of them right here.
Cool.
This villain here, villainess, is the Equestrian. She can call into being a fiery spirit warhorse the size of a Clydesdale. So that's like her superpowers, to bring that, to call that into being now and then. And
summoner.
Right. If I scroll down a little bit here, I can show you the 2 styles of art that appear in this trade paperback, and tell you why there is a difference. So in issues 1 and 2, this is the artist, Mike Salter. Mike, I found in a nursing magazine, guys. I was in a hospital waiting room, bored out of my mind, looking through whatever I could look through, and there was a nursing magazine there, and this program that they were advertising, I don't know, it's something about medical history and cataloging, but the ad was like Super Nurse or whatever, so it was in the form of a comic book page. And the guy that drew it, this guy, Mike Salter, the one here on the left, the art on the left, it didn't have his name anywhere, but I saw that the ad agency had their name on it. So I contacted the ad agency in New York and asked them to put me in touch with the artist. And when I talked to him, I found that his actual day job, he's a fine art portrait painter.
Yeah.
So this is quite a departure from what he normally does, but he was kind of excited to do the comic book thing, and he did for 2 issues for me of Siamese. But then somebody came in and commissioned him to do a very large portrait of their departed son. So he really wanted to leave, and I was okay with that. That made perfect sense to me. So we parted on great terms. We're still friends, and he's actually coming back to do an 8-page book or 8-page story for one of my anthology books.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
But when he left, I went ahead and hired Zilson Costa to do issues 3 and 4. And this is his artwork over here on the right. Also a phenomenal artist. I like his lines. They're very crisp and clean. And the great thing I have to say about Zilson, and he's another one of the Brazilians. And the reason I say it is because a lot of great art is coming out of Brazil these days. I mean, just fantastic stuff. And another great thing about Zilson in particular is when I give him a script to do the page, I can't tell you how often there's not a single thing I would change. It's just he's spot on with his interpretation,
especially the connection with you, the writer. Like your communication or however your writing is working. For him, probably as well.
So yeah, it's a great rapport that we have too. So that's exciting, and I think it'll shine through when you see his artwork in issues 3 and 4.
FrogG is giving you a little bit almost of a pitch here. Over 100 pages of great content with not 1 but 2 sexy superheroines. Will their cat-like reflexes give them the edge they need? Find out in this 4-volume collection together for the first time.
All right, next one you type in like that, FrogG, I'm going to read it like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Do you have to show me up, bro? Come on. FrogG is well renowned in these circles. He is. Look, maybe Jedi, could you go on a little work retreat and FrogG can train you on the linkage? A little more detailed linking.
He's been doing it.
I appreciate the copywriting, FrogG.
It's great. I always pick on Jedi. He's actually. Just like his artwork, he's talented beyond his years in linking.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So guys, can we go over to the website now?
It's up to you. I think it's whatever you want to focus on, since you have the option.
All right, so let's do that then. Cool. Over here at the Dojo Kun Comics website, right at the top here, I talk about Siamese, that I'm in pre-launch email sign up. And this, tells you about the fact that there will be 5 variant covers, and then gives a little bit of a tease about what are going to be available in the campaign. So this is just a few of the items that will be part of the add-ons or stretch goals. So I've got chibi stickers by Alex Thompson. There's going to be a keychain available. This is a canvas print over here on the left, and that is the character's co-creator. It's by Cy Lim out of New Zealand.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Pardon?
I like that style. It's cool.
Oh, yeah. This is sort of he's an animator for a company called Mighty Ape in New Zealand, which is sort of their answer to Amazon. So really? He does a lot of cartoon type and animations for them. So this is sort of his style. There will be a challenge coin as one of the stretch goals.
Yep. Those are fun.
They are, yes, absolutely. I learned all about challenge coins. My son earned one in the Army, and I found out that my dad's got one as well.
Yep.
Weird. I do DoD work.
Pardon?
I do DoD work, and I had to make one for our project recently.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
I heard we
got one on Beckoned development. We
do
on Beckoned as well. So on our Indiegogo, my brother served in the Navy, so he showed me his challenge one. He's like, can we do these? And so I had to design one too, and we got everybody ready to go. So
I think they're awesome.
Cool.
I heard that there are folks that collect poker chips, and I've even been told that people will back your book just to get one. So I'm like, well then, here we go. So there will be that available, and then this poster over here by Pust, Puste. He's got the Siamese gals plus Deanna Hammer of the Angels in her glory,
right.
But Siamese felt that they needed to help her be a little modest.
Yeah, they're helping her out.
Hide your eyes, Jedi. Hide your eyes.
We got a permission slip for him to sign for this.
So, what was alluded to in the trailer was that you can back with confidence. So I'd like to jump way down here. These are the books that Dojo Kun Comics has already published. It's these 4 here that'll be in that trade paperback. And then we've got another group of 8 here.
Nice.
So, well, it's actually 7, but the reason for that is we've got a second printing of this one.
Okay.
So for Toro Tales, it is an anthology book. In this one, there are 5 different stories that feature different artists. In fact, there's at least one other writer, and not just I didn't write them all.
Okay.
We've got Sparrow. We've got H2O, which is Halia and Ondine. They're mermaids. We've got Bot 42 right here, and Lone Shark.
Cool.
That one, issue number 1 is available, and issue number 2 is in production. It's right here. It's under the Coming Soon section. This one's going to have 12 different stories and over 100 pages.
Will that be crowdfunded, or is that just going to be released on your store or something?
I'm going to go to crowdfunding from now on, particularly because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that they're either done or very close to done before I get there.
Is that an ESRB rating tag on that?
It is. It's a good way to go, especially, I mean, I think we should have our own comics kind of ESRB, whatever rating system, but because we do want to warn people, kids.
So not all of them will have that mature readers, but Siamese did because, for example, they're not always in costume.
Dang you, Mortal Kombat.
So Night Miss and the Scarlet Archer, number 1, is reminiscent of the days where like Iron Man and Submariner would share a comic and there'd be a story for each of them in it. So this is 2 separate stories in that book featuring these 2 different superheroes.
Cool. Is this all in the same, say, universe or no?
All of these that I've mentioned so far are in the same universe. Yep. It's just these 4 right here, the Loved Ones and the Mad King, they are standalone.
Okay.
But all these others are part of the superhero universe that I'm writing.
Cool.
Nice.
So Alliances is going to be a lot like Brave and the Bold or maybe Marvel 2-in-1, where one character will be in every issue and then there will be like a rotating guest star. So it'll be Breathtaker that's in that. And Breathtaker was mentioned in the trailer. Her debut is in Siamese #2. She's right here flying above them. And for a better look at her, I can come down here and zoom in on her. This is Breathtaker.
She does look breathtaking. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Keanu Reeves, man, you're breathtaking.
So she's going to be the host of that one, and there'll be a rotating guest star, like I said. Dojo Kun Comics Annual Compendium is a lot like the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. So there's over 100 characters in here. They've all got like the full body picture, plus their stats, their origin, their power set, and their history.
So this is all, say, superhero based. Is there is there a spin on superheroes here, like say supernatural or some, cosmic maybe?
There are definitely some supernatural characters. There are some that I call the deviation gene, which I guess would be like the equivalent of mutants.
Okay.
There are a few cosmic beings, but not many. I don't want to go too OP on them.
Right. I know that can go.
So since we're talking about the superhero universe, I'll jump down to this one on the far right. I Am Become Death. This one here starts off as a space opera and has a special twist at the end. I don't want to say much more than that because then it'll spoil it. But to be honest with you, this was a prose story written by Nicholas Prontka. And then he reached out to me and asked would I like to do a graphic novel of it. And I thought the story was clever enough. I said I would, but really it's only 12 pages long. So at the back of this book, in order to reach the Indie Planet minimum, you had to have at least 22 pages. So I've got a gallery of Breathtaker pinups at the back of this book.
Nice.
That's cool.
Who said that? Where's that from? Literary. I am Death, Destroyer of Worlds. I forget where that comes.
That's
from.
the guy who.
Well,
the Manhattan Project, right?
Yeah.
No. I'm talking way back. This is like Plato, Socrates.
Well, this is of Indian origin.
Oh,
yeah, that's a
Bhagavad Gita, or
yeah. There you go.
Exactly.
Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes. And then
what's his name that made the
Oppenheimer.
bomb? Oppenheimer. There you go. Yeah.
I Am Become Death, the Destroyer of Worlds. Yep.
Yeah. That video of him saying that is nuts.
So yeah, this is sort of loosely related to the superhero universe. So I'll have a reading order coming out soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it part of the campaign or just maybe in the back of the book or something, so that people know if they're going to get these, where they can what order to read them in. And the reason that'll be important is the top tier of my campaign will include a copy of all of these.
Whoa.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don Chen's collection is kind of large like that too.
I was just talking to him, so yep, I know that that'll be awesome if he gets that tier.
I've got a stack right over there. Like I got to read through them, man.
Yeah, they're a lot.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Mad King next. It's going to be a 3-issue miniseries. Right now, only just numbers 1 and 2 are available. For this one here, David Whalen did the cover, and we'll talk about him in a minute because he did the Loved Ones with me. And then Annette Bell did the cover of the 2nd issue. And the reason I'm mentioning Annette is she's the interior artist, and every panel in all 3 of the comics are painted. They are all a painting.
Really?
So it's a very unique look. This is one of her paintings right here on the cover of issue number 2. And I think it's kind of exciting how she did that. And the great thing about this story here is it's a very unique take. Jeff Beinecke is the one who wrote it. I adapted the script for him and was the producer, and then Annette, the artist.
Who owns
basically? Pardon?
Who owns the paintings now?
Annette still has the paintings.
Oh, there, one hits off. That's an interesting extra right there.
That could be some coin. Yeah, you're right.
Mo Biggs with a sweet comment. Well, we're not going to explain that one for Jedi's sake.
Oh, what'd I miss?
Sweet comment. No worries. I'm not going to explain that one for Jedi's sake.
Okay. Oh, what'd I miss?
Sweet comment. There we go.
Wow, Jim. Yeah, that felt like.
I was like, are we in like a.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
I'm just going to I'll let you settle what you're doing, and then I'll bring it back on.
Art, bro.
Dude, you bring up some sweet Siamese ladies, and this is what happens. Hockey's in the house. I need to get hockey. I just want to have a hockey conversation that's not on stream because he's an interesting dude. What does he say here? I wasn't a sub. How rude of me. Yes. Thank you, hockey. Appreciate it. Mo is wise. That's what they say. And are you settled again, Brian?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. It's all good. Yeah. And Johnny says, ass titties for the win. I said it once. I'll not say it again.
There you go. Gotta pay attention or you'll miss it.
Right. All right.
So the premise behind Mad King is, what if a monarch is so bored and discontent with his kingdom, he decides to go out and get a hobby and, become a serial killer.
Nice. Interesting.
Wait. Say that again?
Yeah,
I zoned out for a second.
So the monarch of this kingdom is so bored and discontent with his kingdom that his hobby he decides to take up is to go out into the kingdom and become a serial killer.
Secretly or like known, and he just everybody freaks out?
Secretly.
So kind of Jack the Ripper-ish, like
seems like Dexter, but not a police.
We don't really know who he was. He could have been monarchical. This is
right.
Interesting, yeah.
It's like the Mad King, like Game of Thrones, burn them all, except he's actually going to do it himself in secret.
Yeah, his own blade.
And who knows? He might use fire in one of his endeavors.
Hint, hint, everybody, go get that.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
And then for the Loved Ones, this is actually 2 covers for the same book, and I'll get to that. But the Loved Ones, the concept was by David Whalen. I wrote the book. And it's over 100 pages of black and white. But it's a story of a horror adventure featuring the children of the classic movie monsters. So there's a wolf boy, a vampire boy, a witch girl, and the son of Frankenstein.
Nice.
And then David does all the art and the lettering for the book. Now, he has his own company called Correct Handed Press because he's a southpaw. So instead of a right hand, it's the correct hand.
The correct hand.
And so you can order it from either one of us. If you click on this one over here that has Correct Handed Productions, it'll take you to
one of
his
those
website.
Dastardly people?
Dastardly.
Sinister people, the left-handers.
That's right. Yep.
Are you a left-hander? Is that
He is.
Okay, not you. Well, thank
not
God.
Me.
Thank
no.
God. Okay.
But so yeah, you can click on this one and order it for me. You click on this one and order for him, and we're cool with that. I mentioned
Nefarious
Deanna.
is back. Nice. Sorry.
No problem. I mentioned Deanna Hammer of the Angels. This is the miniseries that will follow Siamese. We'll introduce several more superheroes and villains. And then, like I said, at the end of that, it'll go into this one. This is a wraparound cover for the team book that I'll be putting out called Tridents New Alliance.
Cool. Again, these are all going to be crowdfunded because you're not going back.
Right.
You don't look back. You're going forward.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So we've mentioned these 3 on the right then. The one on the left is by an artist named Arias Hernandez from the Philippines. Arias reached out to me and asked me would I be willing to publish his comic books from the Philippines under my banner. And I was a little hesitant at first. And I'm like, well, yeah, send me some of your art. Let me see. And then as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, let me think a minute. You're on. Yes.
Yeah.
Because, wow, is this great.
Yeah.
He is a Disney animator. He worked on Tarzan, The Lion King, and Kim Possible.
Oh man, like all of those.
Yeah, so he says he
So-
has 64 issues of this published in Tagalog in the Philippines. So he's translating it to English, best he can because it's not his first language. And then he and I are working together to make sure that when I fully translate it to English, it still has what he meant.
Right. Double check
So
a little
Megan War means gang war, and it'll be out. I hope the first issue will be out this year, but it'll be crowdfunded and later in the year. Probably, I'd say no earlier than the 4th quarter.
Dude, that's super cool that you're doing that because you're instantly. Are you going to release it in one big 200? However long it is, or are you going to do?
We're going to do in chunks because with 64 issues at 22 pages a piece, I don't even know how. I'm not going to do math on the stream.
2,200 pages.
Yeah. So instead, what we're going to do is probably put 3 or 4 of them together at a time.
Okay. So he's been getting. Does he have a publishing deal out there, like with them, or is this like a indie-ish kind of endeavor?
He publishes it himself under the name The Visualizer in the Philippines. He also teaches folks who have graduated school to be artists. So he's got actually a small little school where he's teaching artists and cranking them out. And there's a lot of great artists in the Philippines as well.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Looking forward to it. So what's the timeline for these, did you say?
I'm thinking Maygun War, the first issue, which will be a graphic novel containing the first 3 or 4 of his issues, will probably be the 4th quarter of this year.
Okay. It's nice for the holidays, right?
Right. I don't want to wait till too close to Christmas, though, because then a lot of people are tapped out financially. So
yeah, you got to do it in there right around Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm sort of been pressing him a little bit, but it's his baby, so I don't want to be all bossy about it, even though I sort of am.
Give him some freedom. Yeah.
So these here are just some examples of some more of the Dojo Kun Comics characters. We've got Deanna Hammer of the Angels, Starfire, and Fierce. These 2 are a team. This is the Electric Eye, one of the bad guys. Mortosis would be my big bad. He's like on the order of Darkseid or Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Animates. They have were powers, so they're lycanthropes, but they have the ability to turn into a were form of any animal they've ever been in contact with.
Interesting.
So that could be a lot of fun.
Similar, the same power. It's not like a combined animal. It's like separate. They're both
separate. Yeah, they decide this time I'm going to be a werewolf, a werecat, a werebear, whatever.
Mosquito?
Well, I haven't thought of that, but yeah, I suppose they could. That would be kind of frightening, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So we talked about Breathtaker. She is invulnerable, super strong, and can fly. Coltrane is sort of my version of Luke Cage, if you will. And then this is the Canadian Shield.
Canadian.
Nice.
That's fun.
I briefly mentioned a little while ago that I had worked for some other companies. So here's some of what I did for them. I wrote Shadow Faction for Affinity Storm Press. It's these 3 issues here. Willie Roberts had the concept and then asked me to write the commander. So this is issue number 1 and the variant cover for number 1.
Is there any way you can zoom in with your browser at all?
Yeah, you know what? I can.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, that'll help us.
So there. This cover is by Mike Salter. He did issues number 1, 2 of Siamese. And then these other 4 covers, this is the variant to number 1, and then 2, 3, and 4. These are all by Willie Roberts himself.
Awesome.
So I wrote.
They all look amazing. Yeah.
Isn't he? Yeah, he's really good. In issues 2, 3, and 4, there's also a backup story called The Day After, which is just a 4-page backup story, but we started that one as well. After he and I both left Red King Press, I believe he retained the rights. So I think he's coming out with number 5 on his own.
Nice. I just want to make this quick little other comment. I haven't had a sensation like this since I walked into an open Blockbuster store.
Oh, really?
Like, seeing all these rows of awesome covers and all that, it's like, which one do I rent?
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Jedi, you don't know what that means, man. You're too young. Like Blockbuster rentals, you don't know it, man.
Yeah, he's like, what is that? What's a VCR?
He might have saw one of those vending machine ones. He might be.
Redbox?
Right.
Well, they used to have the Blockbuster used to have their vending machines as well, before they went out.
Yeah, you're right.
For a few, maybe a year or something, maybe 2 years. But yeah, I get the same feeling, especially with the ratings on the covers, just like really feeling them.
Oh yeah, I should mention. Anybody thinking about getting this one over here on the brink of the universe? That really ought to have the mature audiences label on it. If any of the books should have it, this should have it. I don't know why it's not there.
Well, you heard it here, everyone.
Yeah, trust me, this one's even more. I'll call it a little more graphic than any of the others on this page.
You have a best friend that has a 14-year-old kid that needs to learn a lesson. Give him this book.
Yeah. I'm not recommending that, but if you do that, that's on you. So yeah, these affinity spotlights basically just reprint my Shadow faction, so that's why they're here.
Okay.
The Tides is a book that I helped produce. I didn't write it, but it's very well done. I was the editor. And then on these three here, these are also anthologies. This is number 2, 3, and 4 of Red King Presents. And I'm really the one that herded the artist cats on this one. So I got the artists and writers and letterers and all that together to put these three together.
Awesome.
Cool.
So I've been working on comics for a while. And then down here I've got some of the media mentions and appearances. You can go back through and see.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
where Siamese has been.
Yeah, you've been in, because I've been noticing your name from the very start when I'm newish to CG as well, but I've seen you probably about the whole time I've kind of been introduced to the community. So
okay,
but yeah, it's so maybe around the same time we started looking into CG. I don't exactly know, because I've been off and on since like 2018, but most recently like 2020, very hard. So
what a library.
Yeah, that's a hell of a library for sure. I wish we could have like bigger images. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, like that one. Zoom up on that guy.
This one here is Megan War that we mentioned a little while ago.
Yeah.
Philippine artist. Yes. What was his name again? Shout him out again.
Arias Hernandez. It's right here.
Yeah.
Arias Hernandez.
It's cool. A little pixelated if I zoom in too much, but yeah, he's really. Oh, and what's funny is I said, this is an awesome cover. He says, "Oh, that's not even the cover. That's just a pinup. Let me show you the cover." So he showed me the cover. I'm like, "Damn, bro. Yeah, you're on. You're
I dig it.
Yeah.
We're art pros over here, so we're always looking to see the images more closely than maybe most.
Okay.
But yeah. So you don Dojo Kun Comics how far back, from the day you started or just recently? When did you start going under the moniker of Dojo Kun Comics?
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, that would have been the beginning of 2018 when I started with Dojo Kun Comics.
Okay, cool. So it's been around for a few years, and you're I guess building and observing, ready to do your crowdfunding campaign for your first book coming up soon, right?
That's right. Yep. And then I'll have later this year, I'll have this trading card set come out. I know that some folks are into the trading cards. So the base set will be the first 9. So Deanna through Loan Shark. There will be a way to get an exclusive Technosmith card, this mech right here. And then a stretch goal will be these 2 supporting cast cards. So if everything happens, it'll be all 12 of these cards.
Yeah, they look good too. I like how you got nice like the logos kind of for every character, which is cool. Kind of gives it its own. It's like, oh, they could be their own book pretty much.
That would be nice. You heard it from Joe Catapano right here. Yeah. Each of these have their own book. Awesome. Yeah.
You never know.
So on the back of these cards will be their stats, their origin, and then what I'll also include is the book that they first appeared in and the first panel they appeared in will be on the back.
Nice.
That's cool. So your website is just run by you, and do you have a shop in locally on the site?
It's not a shop, but you can click on things like, if you want my shirt merchandise, you can click here and it'll take you to Etsy.
Okay.
Down here, if you click on these covers, it'll take you to Indie Planet. Each of these is a link.
Very cool. So I'm going to put the link again in the chat. Go buy some shirts, guys.
Yeah, represent Dojo Kun. I made it pretty. I made it simple, so it's not too flashy, but enough to get the point across. And so this stone lantern in Japanese is called the Toro, which is where I got Toro Tales for that anthology book.
Oh, cool. Do you know what they symbolize? What do they expect or what do the Japanese really, do they have any kind of spiritual kind of?
They do. The Toro are to lead your ancestors home.
Okay. I think everything in Japanese culture has that. kind of symbolism. So yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So
that
when you have
specific one, but yeah.
when you have a Toro lit near your home, they're usually outdoors. These stone lanterns. When you have one lit near your home, it hopes to lead your ancestors back to your home to provide blessings.
That's hella cool.
Yeah, so there's rows of them.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Helping you out.
Yeah.
Kind of like the runway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
guys,
cool runway.
Go get a T-shirt, and if you're athletic, go do American Ninja. What was that? What's that American Ninja?
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah. Go get a T-shirt. Go get on that show and get this guy rolling. Get these
get on the show.
Very affordable. Very affordable.
Oh, nice. It's a great spot to open up shop. Their prices to be on there are pretty reasonable.
Oh, Rusty's looking fun.
Do you know Rusty?
No,
I don't, but he's got a fun nature to him.
Rusty is a former television child star and a former WWE wrestler.
Oh, what years?
It would have been, I guess,
and Hulk Hogan era.
It would have been early '80s, maybe.
Okay, yeah. The golden.
So yeah, if you want to look him up.
Do you know what movie he was in or show?
He was in TV shows like I think either Little House or Bonanza or something like that. Obviously, as a little kid. So yeah, that one goes way back to the '70s.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So
do the math.
These folks here are my creative staff on an endeavor that I have licensed from Janice Hardy. Janice is an award-winning author of this trilogy of books. This trilogy called The Healing Wars, she is licensed to me to turn into graphic novels. And if I was to liken these books to any other trilogy, I would say they'd be a lot like The Hunger Games or Divergent.
Okay.
So yes, they have sort of a slant toward a young adult audience, but my fiance read them, said, "Hey, I think you would like these." I read them, and yes, I did. I thought they were fantastic. Mentioned it to one of my friends, and he said, "Well, I work with her husband. Do you want to talk to her?"
Whoa.
I'm like, "Dude, that'd be awesome." So
that's pretty random. That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't it? So he got me in touch with Janice, and like I said, she agreed. So I'm doing them in graphic novel form. Originally, I was going to do 3 5-issue miniseries, one set of 5 issues for each of the 3 novels.
Mm-hmm.
But she preferred that I do them in graphic novel form, so we're going to make it probably 3 larger issues per novel.
Cool.
So the first one will be called The Shifter, just like her novel. And this is some art. I know you guys said you're the art bros, so you want to see the art.
Correct.
This is Zilson Costa doing this.
That's some good stuff.
Isn't he phenomenal?
Yes.
This is something else. And the idea to make these, I said what I'd really like this top part here on the left, I'd really like her to walk from one vendor to the next, having a conversation, and then a second row of somewhat the same. He's the one who decided, hey, let's make them puzzle pieces. Brilliant. I thought that was brilliant. I thought, dude,
no, that's the first time I've ever seen this.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's great, and proportions, everything's good. I think you got a good one.
He's good with anatomy. He's good with background scenes
and that water and the boat in the background.
Yeah, the ferry thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 colliding ferries.
Excellent.
Yeah, man.
So that one, as soon as Siamese is backed and fulfilled, let's be optimistic. When that one's backed and fulfilled, Shifter will be the next one launched.
Heck yeah. That's really cool because I'll look up that book too because I read novels. A lot of us really do. We're not all strictly.
The sword the guy's holding is
comics
on the cover. What? The sword is on the cover of that. Is a nice,
yeah, you like that sword?
Yeah, it's the old Kopesh style.
Yes.
Blade. Yes.
It's a lot like a Kopesh. Exactly. Good call.
Yeah, Jeremy's a sword guy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for it's more like I got this like general feeling of okay, just keep your eye on Dojo Kun and
as a powerhouse. Look at this as the blockbuster of comic books, man.
Awesome, I like it.
Yeah, I might have to have you plan my whenever I go bigger and broader. you're like the opposite of me, Brian. You're like you're so like you got such a global plan. Whereas my approach is like I'm doing all of it, all very focused on one book.
Brian, you're a guy of my own heart, man.
Yeah.
See that large goal, like this is my life's goal, dude. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm on my deathbed and looking back. I'll be happy that I'm looking back on. Keep doing it, dude. Don't do what this guy is doing.
Oh, you're pointing at me? My numbers speak for themselves. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's not knock the fact that he was fully funded in the first couple hours.
Yes,
hour and a half.
I think under a couple hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an hour and a half. I was there, man.
Yeah, you were there. And that's a lot of the community, but I put my focus there, and I think it's whatever you want to do, as long as you put yourself into it. That's what's going to work, and I think you're doing the same for your work, Brian. So
you know what? That's a great segue to mention the fact that I will be also launching on Michael Bancroft's stream. I'm going to be launching on Monday night, April 5th.
Well, if you ever need
2 weeks,
Art Bro for that Art Bro gleam, you know where to get it.
Yeah, when you actually have things to back, we got the Art Bro gleam, like the Bancroft Blump.
Gotcha. Okay.
We do get a little bit. We might have to rename that. Nobody knows what a gleam is. However, maybe just Jeremy. Jeremy likes gleams. I'm not a big gleaming guy.
They did the Double Dragon remake a few years ago when me and Joe were living together, and we made jokes about it because you high five each other in it to give each other like a boost.
The gleam, yeah.
It's called the gleam. So yeah, that's cool.
We like it, but I don't think anybody knows really what it means. Anyway, so
the Bancroft bump sounds like you're going into the back of a bathroom at a gas station. I mean,
good point. Any kind of bump is
You could have called it the Bancroft Boost.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
So what's the date on that again?
So April 5th. It's a Monday night.
Monday night in a month from now. From now on Monday night, I'll be there. I usually can make the day of the week, a couple days of the week for Bancroft because I'm usually an early riser. Speaking of, there's not many CG shows that go in the morning, by the way, guys.
What's the matter, Jeremy?
Nothing. Joe just says some things, and I
said riser, dude.
Early.
Okay.
Early riser. You never heard of that?
Jeremy's thinking morning wood. Is that what we're talking?
I guess.
Whoa! Whoa! Mature.
The Jedi left the room a long time ago.
Okay. No, Joe just likes motorcycles and kickstands. So.
Yeah, there you go.
True. But I was gonna say, maybe I'm gonna start a morning show. Nobody in CG does really one, except for like I've seen Ryan Wynn do a morning show once in a while, but there's not many. I wonder if it'd be popular. I wonder if there's a bunch of losers out there awake at 7.
Don't go up against Ethan and his morning show.
Yeah, but he starts a little later. Like I think by the time it's like 8 o'clock, he's on. If I start at 7, we're good.
Than that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So
yeah. So we were come to the point. I want to promote a little bit of Jeremy because he's on the second half of his campaign.
Yeah, I mean, we're here for Brian, dude. Like
for sure. I'm going to throw the links for Brian. Give us a little promo, Jeremy, because we're running a little bit out of time.
We're almost done with a whole hour. So, Jeremy, I don't mind a bit. Go ahead.
Oh, man, no worries. Thank you very much, guys.
We can talk about it. I'll give you a second to. I'm going to put the link in the chat again for the website, and then also for
my quick one. Like I was saying.
No worries. I want to get the links in the chat for Dojo real quick.
Gotcha. But Dojo, really, man, what a collection. Especially working with so many artists and being able to bring them together like that for such, just bravo, dude. Bravo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I think the primary goal here is to get as many people on the mailing list as possible for Siamese. So do that. It's in the link in the chat right now. Click the link.
Can you tell us how many you have currently?
The last I looked, I had 55.
All right, guys, we need to get this guy to 300 emails, 400 emails.
Yeah, you got a whole month. You definitely can nail another 100 out of there for sure.
Just keep doing
we just need to.
I'm
just need to keep promoting it.
I'm hitting all the streams. I've got one tomorrow with the Valkyries. Sorry. On Friday, I'm on Todd's Truth and then Mandy Summers. So trying to make the rounds.
You'll definitely get some on those. I got to hit up Todd's Truth and definitely want to be on his show. We're both Orlandoians, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, so yeah, rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, we're well. Jeremy's in Florida too, so.
Oh man, yeah. So I live on a lake, but right now it's a frozen lake.
You're a boat dweller? Are you in a boat right now?
No, not literally on the lake.
Look, in Florida, that actually is a thing. So you're next to a lake. It's frozen though.
We are up in the thumb of Michigan.
Ooh. Okay.
So, yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, for sure. It gets cold as hell. All right, so you ready to play your trailer, Jeremy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Is that where you wanted to go? Trailer first?
Yeah, I'll do a trailer. I'll do a quick quick rundown. I won't necessarily go through the Indiegogo like before.
Don't worry, I'll stop you if you.
On Friday, we do Beckoned Development weekly stream every week. So if you want to see us again talk about Beckoned and stuff, Joe usually slides in. Just come back on Friday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, let's throw this trailer up, and so I can get out.
Tank Ferris hopping in real quick. Say smash the like. Smash that like. Here we go, guys. The trailer for Beckoned.
You must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you. You must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass. And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.
It's now live.
Yeah. And
nice.
yeah. So, guys, Beckoned is an RPG 20-hour epic which follows three young adventurers trying to reclaim a stolen necklace. As they scurry across wild and colorful landscapes, they are pulled into a political struggle between two major influences on the planet Divanus, Lodans and Denethite. Right now, of course, we are on the Indiegogo page, and we also have a live prototype that you can go play on Steam right now. And if you go all the way down to our colorful page, the link for that is right there. You just click that. It'll take you right over there. You can play it before you help us out. If you want to gripe at us or rip us a new one, you could go into the discussion boards and go ahead and type your little heart's content out. So yeah, that's my big spiel. Real quick, guys. Again, we have a $68,000 goal. We've raised $8 million. We need to do $60,000 in like 27 days. So we're here. We're pushing. Let's go do it. And yeah,
yes.
Tank, dude, thank you so much for having me on your show and playing that. We had a fun time doing it. So, but yeah,
hell yeah. So you
what
the perk that you should recommend is probably one with the game, right? Because you have perks that don't all have the game listed.
Right. So the featured perk does have the game in early access. You also get your name in the credits and exclusive device wallpapers, as well as the t-shirt, the 3 posters, which include the map, and a digital copy of the game. Our other low-tier perks are pretty much single pieces, but they're that way so you can customize your package with add-ons. So if you want to do something like, I want the postcards because they're cool, you can go over there, get the cards, but you can also add a coin or add a t-shirt and choose your size, or add the game to it, or the art. All that will add up over here so you can customize your own package and just go right over to the information there and you're good to go. But the larger tier packages are things like the sculpture of Taj. You can be in the game yourself. We'll work with you and put a non-playable character, NPC in the game that's inspired by you and your work with us. So yeah, guys, that's about my spiel that I'll throw out for this time.
Hell yeah. So everybody go back. Beckoned, Jeremy, you can throw your own link in the chat because that's all we got. We don't got a Jedi right now to force push these links in the chat. And
you go.
So let me see here. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Give you a little promo for Star Circuit. Of course. And
space race.
It's a space race against androids. Yeah, so pretty much that's what it is. It is one street racer against all the crazy androids. These androids are, in this future, androids are like the pinnacle of technology. They've become a use for everything, for labor, for any kind of propelled vehicle, pilots or anything, including racing, including pilots for professional racing. So all the attempts by humans so far in the past 7 generations have been no one can compete with these androids. And so yeah, it's a cyberpunk book, very much in the same line as like Akira and Blade Runner, F-Zero from Nintendo. It's a book that's already done at 95% complete. That means all the art's done, just need some letters. So the couple covers out there. One is my cover, one is Kanan White's cover, which is very explosive and will be colored. Do not worry. Real quick, I'm just going to run through a couple of the perks. The big perk I have is the Apex Backer, and it gets you everything plus the t-shirt. It's the only way to get the t-shirt. So if you're the super fan that I know you guys are, you can go check that out and get all the covers plus the design book called Design Layouts and Design. And yeah, that's what I would recommend. Otherwise, we got a book in the banner, and we got both covers as 2 other tiers that are pretty popular. And yeah, that's the book known as Star Circuit. It's killing it at just under 10K. We are rolling fast. I'm hoping to get 170 backers between this stream and maybe Rob's stream. Might be able to get another one. But
Ryan wins in.
Ooh, I see Ryan win. Ryan win. So we've been talking in the back scene, the back. Oh, I got that I can show this. In the back's conversations with Ryan, I'm trying to get him to do a song for a new stretch goal down here. It is the companion mixtape MP3. So once we hit 11K, I'll have a MP3 soundtrack that goes with the book. It'll be 4 or 5 songs, and Ryan Wynn is working on potentially one of those. If all goes well. But yeah, that'll be just an email. So everyone, no matter if you back digitally or physically, you'll get that. That's
awesome.
It. That's it. We're gonna roll back to the front. Hope you guys. Let's do a quick refresh. Just who knows? You never know. Maybe a ghost.
You never know.
Maybe a ghost back to who knows. Okay, we're moving on. I appreciate everyone who has stopped by tonight. Special thanks to Brian Maynard, Jeremy. Or before Jeremy, Brian, can you tell us where we can find you? Maybe for your if you have a YouTube or just where you can find you on social media.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Yes, on Twitter, I am at BD Menard. I'm DOJO KUN Comics on Facebook, and I don't yet have a YouTube stream, but it's in the works.
Nice. We're looking forward to that because you're a good speaker, and I think you got a lot to say. I think you would be great to do things like this. Have other people on and shoot the shit.
So another person who's frequently in the chats and I are going to be co-hosts just like you guys are.
Oh hell yeah! Is it Mo Biggs?
It's not Mo. No.
Okay, so now I got to guess. Is it an Aussie? Is it an Aussie?
I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal it. So
okay, all right. Well, I won't press you. So yeah, follow him on Twitter. No YouTube channel yet, but go to his dojocomics.com. Is that what you said?
Dojokun Comics.wixsite.com.
I knew it was a little bit.
Dojokun Comics.
I'll get the link in there.
Okay.
So Jeremy, same with you. We are the Art Bros. Jeremy, tell us where we can find you and what you got to say before we head out.
Well, what do I got to say? Bancroft, if you do want me on, I'll do it. I just know it's comics, and these guys need a lot of support. I know I bugged you, so, I'll kind of stop bugging you. Smiley's been great. Smiling Bandito. But yeah, guys, if you want to find me, just search up Zade Studios on Google and you'll find us. You can go to zadestudios.com. We have a website. You can go to Steam and find our prototype there. You can go to Indiegogo, find us there. On Fridays, we have our own YouTube channel, Zade Studios on YouTube, and we stream every Friday. We've been a bit more sporadic since, going live, and we should be pushing more. But yeah, you'll find us, especially look for that ugly guy, and I'll be right next to him most of the time.
Yeah, you got to look for my face. I would describe it a little bit differently, but
low-hanging fruit.
I'm Joe Catapano, the other art bro, and I've got 2 places where you can find me mainly, and you're already at one. So Joe Catapano on YouTube is the channel we're trying to make to 1,000 subs. Is the main goal here. Get the viewing hours up as well. So please subscribe, please like. Let's build this thing. That way we can get to be a little bit more substantial and help out, all the stuff that comes with getting a little monetization, help out the stream a little bit. So besides that, I'm on Twitter.
Thank you, Jedi. Sorry.
Oh, it's cool. No, Jedi's always in and out. He's helping us out with getting Zade and Dojokun links up. But yeah, you can find me at Catapano Art on Twitter. It's just how I wrote it on my little label for my name there. And lastly, we have way more people coming on next week. It's just going to keep building. I'm sure we're just going to be at some point streaming every night. Just for now, it might be just two nights a week, but we're going to keep building. We love promoting and even talking about, just anything really. If you got a game, if you got music, if you got
Are
something.
we going to do that watch along?
We do want to do a watch along for our favorite movies. We both love the 1990 TMNT movie, which we can probably quote. So we're planning to do a little bit of, we're planning to do a stream where we just show the time, where whenever we hit play on the movie, it'll show you the time counter. And that way you can match up the movie with us. We don't get
Brian, come back, be part of us, be part of that group, dude.
I kind of want to get. I think I want to get Don Chin on that episode. Amazing to watch.
Great, yeah.
You, me, Don Chin, Brian wants to show. Whoever else wants. If Hockey wants to jump in, if Mo Biggs wants to jump in, whoever has been on the show before, Badger, come on, and join us. There's plenty to do, plenty to have fun with. So here we go. We're gonna end the stream on. I thought we had a video to play. Maybe we don't. I can end the stream on maybe my trailer.
Well,
no, you're right. Let's end it on yours, on Brian's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I could play it out of mine if you don't have yours set up yet.
Oh, I can get there pretty quickly.
All right. Because you have the tab already ready to go. Okay,
Yep.
So that's it, guys. This is the regular scheduled Art Bros. We'll see you next time. Please, like I said, subscribe. We're really trying to get there. Forget anything else, but please sign up for Brian's new book, Siamese, as well. And here we go. Let's pull this up. We're going to close on this. So everybody have a great night. And
we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
No problem. Our pleasure.
From Dojo Kun Comics comes Siamese, the story of 2 Chinese-American college graduates who's merry enough to become superheroines. This trade paperback combines the 4-issue Siamese miniseries previously published by DOJO KUN Comics. As our ladies discover their newfound power, we'll be introduced to other Dojokun Comics characters such as the Countryman, Breathtaker, Brickhouse, the Scarlet Archer, and Psionica. Dojokun Comics has released over a dozen comics so far. You can pledge with confidence knowing that obligations will be fulfilled. Superheroes are coming back. Don't miss out on Siamese.